This is a demo for Tornjak integration with an open source identity and access management solution, or IAM for short, named Keycloak. For this demo, I'm running my Keycloak instance and I'm running my Spire server on the orange screen below. I'm also running my Tornjak UI application. When we access our application, we will be redirected to the Keycloak login page. Let's create two users with different roles. First user has a viewer role. Let's give it a username viewer and fill in the details. When a user registers by default, that user is given a viewer role. Okay, we are logged in. And since this user has only viewer role, user can only view metadata, cannot create, edit, delete, ban agents, entries, clusters, or any entities. So user can view available clusters. As you can see here, if you go to clusters, user can see the list of available clusters. If you go to agents, user can see the list of available agents. If you go to entries, user can see the list of available entries. User can see the Tornjak server config. If you select a specific entity, for example, a cluster, and select the details, user can see what agents and entries are associated with that specific cluster. Let's log out. Now let's create another user, and this user is going to have admin privileges. Give it a username of admin, fill in the details. By default, again, this user is assigned a viewer role. To give this admin an admin privilege, if we log out and go to the Keycloak instance we run and access the administration console, go to users, you can see that there's two users that we registered, admin and viewer. If we select the admin user and then assign to an admin group, so now this user is given an admin privilege by the Keycloak admin. If we go back to our Tornjak application and sign in as an admin, you can see now we are in the admin portal. Now we can access more routes through the admin portal. For example, we can manage clusters by creating or editing a specific cluster. For example, let's create a cluster. We can assign a specific agent to a cluster. You can see that the cluster that we created is successfully created, and we can delete this cluster as well. We can go to agents and assign a workload attester plugin for that specific agent. We can delete this agent or we can ban this agent. We can view entries, of course. We can export the selected entry to a JSON, or we can delete the specific entry. We can create entries. We can upload a JSON file to create multiple entries. So if that has multiple entries, let's upload a file. As you can see that there are 8 entries that are uploaded from this file. We can view these entries with their metadata. We can edit, for example, entry 1 is selected. We can edit the parent ID and apply. Entry 1 dated. So we can see we have 8 entries, exit, and then we can create these entries. As you can see that 8 entries are successfully created, and you can see the metadata. If you go to entries list, you can see that 10 items are available here, including the 8 of the entries. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed this demo.